There we go. Hello, everybody. It's Girl Got Game.
And Max.
And PC Headcast is here too.
Hey,
So,
we got all three. Hello to Yuli, Beanie Bean, and Catherine. We got two beans. And a Narmtis as well. Hello. How is everybody doing today? Sorry for the black screen of darkness. I forgot to change my OBS settings. And I'm like, I'm just gonna do that real quick. And Zachary, hello. Yes, time to see if we're 3 for 3. I'm very confident about this chapter.
I know. The easiest.
We broke it down, like, then this happened, and this happened.
Well, I mean, the first one was pretty easy because of the writing on the wall.
The first one was easy.
Yeah, it's like no trouble. The second one, very difficult.
Second one was very
Like,
difficult.
extremely difficult. I'm gonna assume that it would have been the most difficult one.
Yeah.
To have figured
Although
out.
we're not done the game yet.
Yeah.
Who knows? There could be a tougher one.
Mm-hmm.
And Andrea, did I remember your name right, Black Rose? I hope so. I'm trying to be good.
Yeah, Black Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's trying to remind me to use her name, and I'm like, I think it's Andrea.
Wait.
Alright, so last time, I did it! Yay! Woohoo!
nice.
My memory is working. Huzzah! So last time we kind of wrapped up all our investigation, and then
Took forever, but yeah, eventually we did.
we had two bodies to investigate.
We have to have Kyoko explain everything to us.
Oh my goodness, yes. We
Figure
were doing
it
so.
out.
We did so well without
Piece
her.
of paper combined. What is it?
Think about it, Makoto. What does it mean? I don't know. What does it mean?
Whoa.
Well, time for the trial. Like, you gotta figure it out, Makoto. I can't give you the answers.
It's like the first case, it made sense because you had to defend yourself.
Yes.
But like this case, like why do I have to be the one to explain everything? Why can't Kyoko take over?
Because Kyoko's like, I believe in you. I want to see, like, the dumb figure it out. And
Yeah.
be like, man, he did so well. Good job. That's her quirk. Oh my goodness. And hello, Westwood. All right.
Oh, we got text on the
Suspicion builds upon suspicion.
bottom. Yes.
That's our news forecast for today.
Yeah, so we gotta set skills, right? Like
We gotta set
before we
skills,
start,
yes.
we gotta add any new abilities we might have gained from Celeste.
And Hifumi.
This is already equipped, I think.
Is that what the gun?
I think so.
I think you're right, yeah. And Crystal Rose, hello, welcome to the
Hello
stream.
there.
Good to see you.
There's
Yes.
2 roses in the stream.
We got 2 roses and 2 beans.
It costs 4. And I think we had one more for Celeste, or was that like a passive?
That's a passive. That's
Okay.
the coins. So.
Okay, the coins, yeah.
And JLG and Kit as well. Hello. Welcome. You guys are just in time for us to do the trial. Okay, so that's
we got.
all, folks. Okay, so one last time I want to just review the evidence so I know
Yes.
what I need to click on when we get into it.
When we talk about this case and what we think transpired.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we did that.
Yes,
So
the victims
yeah, go ahead.
were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head from a mallet. It is thought that they were both killed by that weapon.
Similar. Very similar.
It was the butler in the library with the candlestick.
How did you know? You got all that from that. That's amazing.
Blue top. The top was found in the repository under Kiyotaka's lifeless body. It was apparently used to move Kiyotaka in order to avoid leaving any bloodstains. The dolly was found when the body was rediscovered in the repository. This specific dolly has no handles, and blood was found on one of its wheels. It is assumed that this is the same dolly that was in the equipment room, where Kiyotaka's body was originally discovered.
Right.
Hifumi's glasses. When they were first found in the nurse's office, Hifumi's glasses were covered in blood. However, when they were next seen in the repository, they were completely clean.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
Game Dan, good to see you, man.
And Game Dan, hello! Nice to have you.
Spotless hammer. Hammers of all shapes and sizes were found in the repository. One of them was found wet. and had apparently been recently washed.
Whoa.
Washed of blood, perhaps?
Repository door. The door connecting the art room to the repository was designed to open only from the repository side. According to Howie, it was locked during the search for the missing body. However, when the body was rediscovered, it had somehow been unlocked.
Yes, we do have a dog game, Dan. And I know, Zachary, everyone's like, so the trial?
Yeah. Equipment room bloodstain. A puddle of blood was found in the equipment room, where Kiyotaka's body was initially found. A tire track had been left behind in the blood. Glasses cleaning cloth. The cloth was found in the trash can in the nurse's office. It is branded with a popular cartoon character and was found with blood on it. One has to wonder if someone used it to wipe some blood away.
Yeah, they started wiping the hammer and then, like, just gave up and washed it and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Celeste's account. Haifumi's body just disappeared when Celeste and Aoi left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Apparently, they weren't gone for more than a minute or two.
Max is in an answer mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the news today.
Yeah. Yasuhiro's message. Meet in the dining hall. This is the note that Yasuhiro wrote to get everyone to meet in the dining hall. Meet in the dining hall, is all it says. The handwriting is remarkably neat and clear.
Remarkably. Yes, and if anybody would like to talk spoilers, I have the link to the spoilers discussion on my Discord pinned in chat. So feel free.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of truth bullets.
I know, we got 17. Yeah.
Robo Justice blueprints. These are the blueprints for Robo Justice, which were found in Yasuhiro's room. Robo Justice costume. No one but Yasuhiro could have possibly fit into the costume. In addition, anyone wearing it would not be able to see their feet or bend at the waist more than 90 degrees. Yasuhiro's account. Apparently, Yasuhiro received a mysterious note last night. The note reads, I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. Broken wristwatch. Kiyotaka's wristwatch broke, with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock. It was confirmed that as of late last night, the watch still worked, which means it must have broken the following morning when he was attacked. Kiyotaka's scrap of paper. Kiyotaka's lifeless hand was found clutching a small scrap of paper.
These are my favorite bits of evidence.
Yes. The note Hifumi had. Hifumi had this note hidden on him. One edge of it appears to be torn. The note reads, I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
So, just for explanation for you.
Yeah.
When we found this piece of evidence and the last piece of evidence, this was in one of the victim's hands. The first victim's. Kiyotaka. And then this was found in the second victim's pants. And one of the characters was like, so Makoto, what do you think this means? These two pieces of paper. And he's like, I don't know. What does it mean? And we're like, put the pieces together. Like, literally put them together.
Could that be the corner of that page?
Yeah, I'm like, do you think that these might be connected? And he's like, I don't understand what she wants me to think about this. How are these two connected? I'm like, just put them together.
The thing I find more interesting about that is that one was in the hand and one was in the pants. So the hand went into the pants.
That's not what happened.
Oh no.
And on that note,
see
you later, guys.
You can't leave like that.
No.
That is the worst.
That's just a PC outcast theory.
That's a PC outcast theory.
One more, right?
My
one
goodness.
more truth bullet.
One more truth bullet.
Yeah, and an E-handbook. Each student has their own e-handbook, which also acts as a card key. The owner's name is displayed each time the handbook is booted up. It is believed that no handbooks were involved in carrying out the murders this time. Yeah.
That's not what Kyoko said.
Yeah, I know. That's what Kyoko is like implying.
She's like,
well, I guess that means it's not a thing.
she's like, I didn't say that. I said that it wasn't the cause, but
of the deaths. Yeah.
Consider things.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Anonymous Kitten wanted us to clarify before the trial of who do we think it was.
Yeah. One last time, Celeste.
Yes, Celeste. Both of us agree on that.
Both of us agree on it. Celeste has been super sus. She made up alibis when she could.
Yeah.
Working with Hifumi.
Yeah.
Like, we believe Hifumi killed Taka, but then Celeste killed Hifumi.
Yeah, I mean, either way, if it was either Celeste or Hifumi, she's in the clear because she can kill two people and not be going against the rules. You know?
That's right, yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not sure if Hifumi has the stuff to kill someone, which could just mean it could have been Celeste in the room with Hifumi.
Yeah.
And he just got Hifumi to. She just got Hifumi to help, get rid of the evidence and all that.
That's possible.
Yeah,
I think
Hifumi
Hifumi
could have done both, but yeah.
I think Hifumi was mad enough at Taka because of the alter ego thing.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Well, yeah. Either way, right? Yeah, it's hard to say.
Regardless, Celeste was behind it.
Yeah, regardless. Yeah. So I mean, the whole trial basis is Celeste
is
at
the
nighttime.
Of this,
yeah. Celeste at nighttime contacted Hifumi, like right after nighttime. I guess when everybody went to the rooms, she like knocked on his door.
Yeah.
And then she blackmailed him.
Yeah. Or convinced him or whatever.
Threatened him.
Yeah.
Probably because we're gonna assume that she took alter ego.
Yeah, that's what we've been assuming.
And she's like threatening alter ego because Hifumi cares about alter ego so much.
Yep.
That means that she's gonna force him to do what she wants him to do.
Yep.
And so she got him to help her frame Hero. And the way to do that was she sent a message to Hero to say to come around 11. What was it? 1 p.m. 1 a.m.
Yeah.
1 a.m. And then he came to the rec room, which the note implied, and they drugged him from stuff from the nurse's office, knocked him out.
Yeah.
Then Hifumi got to work making the robot suit that can only fit him, and fully completed it, put it on him. Before they did anything else, they put all the blueprints of the costume into Hero's room.
Yeah.
To frame him even more.
Yeah.
And then either at this point it's past 1 a.m. Sorry, 6 a.m. or not. I think before that happens though, they take the photo with unconscious Hero.
Yeah.
Then they take his body.
Stuff him in a locker.
Stuff him in a locker in the swimming pool area.
Yeah.
After that, and then after that, then they contact Taka. Send him a note to come at 6 a.m. to the equipment room.
Yeah.
Right? To the equipment room or something. That's what they called it.
Yeah.
And then he goes there, and they kill him there.
Yep.
And they rip the note off. Hifumi takes the note off him, puts it in his pants.
Yep.
Then they leave his body there. Then Hifumi and Celeste go to the library.
Yep.
And she bonks him over the head with her e-handbook, or his own e-handbook. Either way, I mean, it's just an e-handbook. Whacks him over the head, causes him injury to his head, knocks him out.
Yeah.
And then she goes upstairs and goes in the rec room, whacks herself with a mallet. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lies there and waits for somebody to find her.
Yeah. I mean, Hifumi made the mallets as well and put all the mallets everywhere. Only the number 3 was used to kill Kiyotaka. Number 3 was used to kill. Yeah. And then Hifumi, there's a lot of events that happen during this case. It's like so much.
It's so much.
So much. Yeah. It's so much. Hifumi is knocked out. Celeste is up there. She whacks herself up, waits for somebody to come get her.
Yeah.
Aoi shows up, and then we showed up. And
Yeah.
she's like, oh man, Wolbot attacked us. Here's a photo.
Yeah.
Taking him away to the library. And then they find him in the library.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take him to the nursery.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, you guys go on ahead.
And she's like, I saw him upstairs.
Celeste, I
There's
saw
a
him
shadow.
upstairs. Let's go up.
Okay, let's split
Everybody-
up.
Yeah.
And then Celeste screams again, oh, I saw him again. Okay. And then they're
I cut him off at the staircase. He went down the hallway, even though there's no way back down that hallway.
yes.
You know, he disappeared. Yeah. So none of that was real. She was just making it up so she can get them all away from Hifumi, who can then do his work again, where he pretends to be dead by grabbing a blood bag from that little freezer in the nursery,
Yes.
pours it over himself,
Right.
lies down on the ground, pretends to be dead.
Yeah.
So then, they say, oh, let's go back upstairs,
And
split
tell the
up,
guys, yeah.
split up.
And then,
Celeste and Aoi stay behind. Celeste
Yes.
gets Aoi away from the nursery to the bathroom.
yeah.
And then Hifumi immediately leaves, but before he does, he cleans off his glasses because it's covered in blood. He can't see.
He can't see.
He uses his little handkerchief
Yeah.
and then throws it in the garbage.
Yep.
And then he goes about sneaking by them when they come back down.
Yeah.
And he sneaks his way back up.
Yeah, takes the body.
Takes the body that's on the 3rd floor in the equipment room. Right, in the
Yes.
equipment room, he puts it on the
On the
dolly.
tarp, yeah.
Top in a dolly, where Tokyo is unconscious, by the way.
Yeah.
And he wheels them all the way to the repository room
yeah.
and locks the door behind him, stays in there.
Yeah.
And then while we're searching for the bodies
Yeah.
of both,
Yeah.
because we lost both of them, Celeste is the one that apparently finds the 2 bodies in the repository room.
Yeah.
So that means that she tells Hifumi, hey, I'm here, open the door. And she came in, and then she grabbed the mallet off the wall, whacked him to death with it,
Yeah.
and then she washed it off, so that's why it's wet.
Mm-hmm.
And then she tells everybody, hey guys, I found the 2 bodies. You
Yeah.
know, and then they eventually find Kyoko
Yeah.
and Hiro in the swimming area.
And that's where we are.
And that's where we are. So many events happened, so many little things. We're just trying to get it all straight before we start.
Yeah.
Of what
A good
we think
summary.
the events happened. It is going to take a long time.
I know.
This trial, and it took us like 20 minutes here, just going over all the evidence again. That just tells you how much
How much
stuff
is
happened.
involved, I know.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if we can get it all straight. And before we begin, hello to Kenya and Maggie. Commander Magdalena, it is so awesome to see you. Thank you for popping in for a stream. It's been ages. Hopefully Bob behaves himself now that you're here, so we should be good to go. And you know what I realized? You and I are going to have hardly any lines to do because this is the whole trial.
Yeah,
so it's just
yeah,
going to
so
be you
it'll
and
be
me
voiced lines.
yakking, being like, I knew it was
I
so
knew it.
all along. Begin the trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Glad to hear it, Maggie.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
Celeste. Yeah.
Let's vote right now, Celeste.
then I'll punish everyone besides the Blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Yeah, I mean, we do have to convince everybody that it's not Hero. Because
Yeah,
right now,
we have
Aoi's
to do
like,
that
you're
first.
despicable. I hate your
Aoi's
guts.
bad. I mean, we can still overcome them if everybody else is a bit more sensible.
I know. Yeah. Byakuya,
Aoi and
Jill, you know me.
Aoi and Celeste will vote for Hero no matter what, I think. I don't think Aoi's gonna change her mind. Yeah.
Come on, Aoi. Sakura, you're on our side, right? Come on, talk some sense into her.
Kyoko's already knows, and we already know, and yeah.
Now then, to begin with,
We already know who did it.
Yeah, she's already
And it
got
started.
was that?
Was
What's
that?
that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
It was Hiro.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Dang. Jill, come on.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hero really the killer? Or... Before anything else, we have to make that clear.
Alright.
So, I guess we just let it play through
sure.
once, the argument.
Let's see how much time. We got Robo Justice, Yasuhira's message, and it's probably gonna be the blueprints, I think.
Yeah, the blueprints.
Either that or the costume.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Conspiracy!
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just
Okay, so
hold on a
what do you
second.
think the argument is here?
I don't know. There was only like a couple of things.
Yeah, like compelling evidence that Hero is the killer. Is that really true?
It might be the message, now that I think about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Hold on.
I don't know.
Everything
this is
we
odd.
found in your room.
Yasuhira's message.
Hold on.
The blueprints, the suit parts,
Yeah,
they
I
are
don't know,
all
like-
proof enough
I think it's
that
this.
you
I think
are
it's the
the
message
culprit.
with the blueprints because the writing doesn't
Yeah,
match.
his writing doesn't match.
I
Yeah,
don't know
think that's
anything
what we'll have
about that
to go
stuff.
with. Yeah.
It's
It's
not
very
true.
vague
It's a
to bring
conspiracy.
about, but yeah.
Hero, why?
Okay.
Why did you kill them?
No!
Yeah, we have to be
just
more
hold
careful
on a second.
because
I know.
we're on the third case now. So we don't want to restart everything.
Everything
Alright.
we found in your
Not
room.
this,
Yeah.
The blueprints, the suit parts.
but it works.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong! The
Good
blueprints!
call.
Yeah.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
Yeah, I remember slowing down. How do you fast forward? I still don't know how to do that.
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So, Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hero is innocent as well.
Well, that's unexpected. Thank you, Byakuya.
What?
Even Makoto's like, wait, what?
Then who was in that Robo Justice suit? Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
I'll try that game, Dan.
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course he passes it off to me.
Look at his face!
Yeah.
So, who was in the Robo Justice suit?
The suspicious individual in question, the one that must have been in the suit.
Was the Illuminati.
I got it! Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
This is Byakuya, girl.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
Exactly. Hold on a second. I think my mic is like hitting everything. There we go.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Yeah, none of us saw it except you.
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
It was a dolly.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using
a cart.
certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Why do I have to do everything?
The things that we used to move Taka's body, they must have been...
I got it!
There's still one more thing. Yeah.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
Why are you upset that I figured it out?
What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain.
Was he hoping we wouldn't know and he'd be like, aha, I knew all along!
Yeah.
Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository...
Oh no! Bob, leave Kit alone! Commander, we require your leak already, it seems.
So did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
I'm pretty sure.
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Go get it, Maggie.
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along?
Why is she making
and you
this
simply
argument?
didn't
Like, what does it
realize
matter? It still means the killer moved the body.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Like, what is she trying to...
She's trying to muddy stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I know. It's like, why are you trying to win this argument?
Because she's
it's
guilty.
like, so what? They use the dolly to move the body.
She's like, no, it doesn't happen.
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
I shoot her with truth bullets.
There
blood
is
on the
no
wheel
shame
and the
in being
blood
wrong.
on the
Nobody
trail.
expects much
Yeah.
from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Wow, I never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. But maybe I can change her mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. Oh no. Why?
Now, what do you
Why?
want now? What do you want, narrator?
Why?
Let's talk about
We got
reloading.
double reloading.
Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Oh no. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key in time with the tempo marker.
What's the tempo marker?
That's the beat. So it's like you have to click in time with the beat.
Oh, there's a beat?
Do you not hear the music play? Like there's there's a circle that plays and there's dots and you have to time your clicks with the beat in order for it to actually.
Oh, okay.
How do I how do I activate fever time? Is that spacebar
Wait,
again?
is it? Are we already doing the one with where you have to like beat?
Yeah,
do the beats?
I know. I'm like,
Already?
we're already doing that. I'm like, wait.
What?
To start, it's usually the last thing we do.
So now you have to reload now.
So yeah, now we have bullets.
We
We only have like so many, so I have to also reload the gun and take aim.
Didn't we get an ability that reloads double bullets or something? Like it does twice the bullets?
We might have, which would be
I think that's what we
awesome.
We equipped it just a
well.
while
Good job,
ago.
us at the past.
Yeah.
Basically, just remember that the tab key now has a function along with the right mouse button and the left mouse button buttons. You will automatically reload at the start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. I hope spacebar is fever time.
Yeah.
But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. But I'm not. I'm on difficult. Well then, good luck.
Multiple times in a trial, so sometimes that happens.
Great. Delightful. Here we go. This is gonna be a disaster. Why do you have to start me off like this? Celeste!
Boy, wow. Okay.
Here we go.
You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
Yeah,
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst.
We got double.
You miserable wretch.
I didn't actually mean to do fever time.
I cannot agree.
No, not gonna work.
You are a fool.
I pressed spacebar by accident instead of,
You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Yeah,
So
no,
pathetic.
you gotta do this.
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You had it wrong. I cannot agree.
I know, I don't know where the beat is.
I don't think there is one.
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst.
Yeah. Okay, she lost her power.
Oh, well, I
cannot agree.
This should prove it.
I somehow beat her anyway.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay.
I guess it was one of the easy ones.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room.
I could have reactivated. I thought I only had one fever time per thing.
For the thing. That's what I remember. I thought it was only one.
Okay. Well, now I know that. Whoops. Well, I survived anyway.
Yeah, because then, like, does it recharge during the thing? Because I would assume if you just kept pressing it, you just always have that ability, and then you don't need to worry about the beat.
Yeah, there must be a recharge period for sure.
And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository.
Yeah, for sure, Andrea. Yeah.
So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Everyone over there's just like, he's like.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Well, anyway.
Yeah,
the
subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
Do you want to talk about it? Not really.
I'm not sure that really matters.
Thank you, Sakura.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
So the gauge fills over time. Good to know. I'll try to remember that.
If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it.
Yeah, because there's no handle, so you had to be bent over to pull the dolly, and the suit only bends 90 degrees.
Yes, exactly, that's true. What does he mean by that? Okay, there's another argument, so we're just gonna let it play out first before we have Robo Justice costume, repository dolly, and Robo Justice blueprints.
It's either the dolly or the costume.
Yeah, I think it's the costume itself.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp,
Might be this.
then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Then you could push the dolly no problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So the killer just crouched down and carted the body off to the repository.
If you accept everything
I like that
we just said,
Toko is not here for
then you
trials
must
anymore. It's
realize
just
that
Jill.
whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
Sorry, I don't think I realized anything.
What does it mean?
Man, we lost half our health fighting that battle.
She shot us a lot of times.
But would the person inside the suit have been able to push the dolly?
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Oh, what
And
was
from
that?
there,
You pressed
the body
mobility?
was moved to the repository,
I
correct?
just pressed E
Yeah,
to try to
the
move.
culprit wrapped the
But it-
body in the tarp,
Oh, that doesn't...
then loaded it onto the
Wait,
dolly
where's your
and wheeled it off,
slowdown
right?
ability?
Now,
supposed to be
keep in
spacebar,
mind that the
but-
dolly doesn't have a handle.
I guess
Well,
it must
yeah,
be any button, so
but
skipping
even
ahead with
without a
the
handle-
Q and E didn't work.
All you'd have to do is bend over.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong, Owie.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
Press escape and he gets the controls. Okay, I'll do that next time.
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
She's fighting us every step of the way.
Yeah.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
But you can't, because it's clasped in at the back.
There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off just to move the body, because...
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help?
Yeah, actually, that wasn't in our truth bullets at all, but I remembered that from last week.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
I didn't make this stupid friggin' thing.
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Yeah, very true, Andrea. Chill's just like, wait a minute.
So obviously it's 3 against 5 here.
Yeah.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect him.
Basically.
Yeah, that's right!
So, it's really, really true that Robo-Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Really, really, really true.
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Yes, let's talk about that.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo-Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
That's opening up a big can.
Yeah.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo-Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
I really hate that Aoi is going to survive this entire
I know.
thing. She's adorable, but she's just like,
So
yeah.
let's just ignore what we just let's
All
just
the evidence
ignore-
that we
yeah,
just brought up.
It's like we already established
That it couldn't have been this. It's like,
in the robot suit.
well, there was a picture. Yeah, you're right. There was a picture.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
I love Hina too. She's so wishy-washy. Like, she just kind of jumps around and, like, as soon as one little carrot's over here, she's like, yeah, it was that. And then they put the carrot over here. No, wait, it was totally that. Like, girl, come on. You don't have to jump on it right away.
Your life's on the line, fool.
Just think about it. Think about it.
Your life's on the line, fool. You don't get a second chance at this.
I know. It's true.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Yeah, they're just assuming she was on the ground, and while he was being dragged, she just took her camera out and then took the photo.
Yeah, is the angle even right from the ground? It looks more like straight on.
Straight on. I mean, I'm not sure that's going to be an argument made
I know,
at all.
I don't think so either, but yeah, let's see.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
Unfortunate.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
See, Sakura's with Mac.
Yeah.
Like, our lives are on the line.
I know, everybody seems to forget that every time.
It's like, we're just having a fun game of whodunit.
It's like, we got time.
Just relax.
Yeah.
Don't rush.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
I would like to know that.
Yes.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened.
From the
I
beginning.
suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant.
Bullshit.
I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong?
I saw a shadow! Something moving around at the top of the stairs!
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Yeah, so you notice a common theme here. Celeste, what's wrong?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you.
I saw him! The strange costumed man! He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
and then...
Huh?
What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been...
Hifumi! He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
Yes.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared!
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening.
Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
And then there's a second
Announcement?
I think that about covers it.
No, you missed the
I
announcement.
see. The whole thing sounds
You forgot to
exceptionally
mention the second
complicated.
announcement.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
Contradiction?
Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Alright, let's start with Taka, because he was the first one to actually die.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them, no matter what. He's sweating like crazy trying to keep his head on me.
I know. Alright, let me just press escape for a second first. It's gonna be the wristwatch.
Yeah, broken wristwatch.
Guaranteed wristwatch. Okay, hold on.
So,
Okay, there we go. Controls. Thank goodness. So, aim. Aim mouse? Aim not available. Silencer. Fast forward argument is control. Oh, there we go. Delightful.
Fast forward argument. But then what's the slow down? Doesn't show it here.
Concentrate.
Concentrate is it?
Is
Okay.
slow down. So I don't know why E did concentrate, but apparently it did. Okay, so I just need to have control key for fast forward and right mouse button for silencer, left mouse button to shoot, and then the mouse wheel for truth bullet. Okay, delightful. I think we're good to go. Yeah.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
Time limit fast forwards too, okay.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
That is not
Wow.
true.
What makes you say that?
Thank you, Sakura.
What the V?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Okay,
Oh,
so it's not the wristwatch then.
No, it's the numbers. It's the numbering. How do I...
The order that the Justice Hammers were used in to commit the murders.
I have to look at the buttons again for how to take something out to make into a bullet.
Oh,
I can't remember.
okay, so none of the bullets are what?
Or what we need, I don't think.
But so what were the bullets again we had?
We have the file, we have the wristwatch, and... I can't remember what the last one was.
The last one was the Yasuhiro's message.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
Was it the message he gave us, or was it the message?
I think it's the
that
message he
got?
gave. It's the message he gave us because it's based on our evidence.
It's not the one that he got himself.
No.
Like the one that told him to go meet at 1 a.m.
I don't think so.
No, okay. I don't know the difference
Yeah,
between the two.
I know.
Because like, is it the message he got or the message he gave?
Okay, hold on. What is the button for?
Oh, it says your time limit fast forwards too.
Yeah.
If you fast forward, okay.
What is that called when you like?
Yeah, I don't remember the button where you absorb.
Yeah, where you absorb an argument and turn it into a bullet. What is that? What is that button? Or is it not even needed for...
This.
But I don't think any of the stuff we have is the right thing either. Yeah, I mean, we're planning to do the whole trial this stream. If I can remember the buttons.
Yeah, that's what happens when we take weeks off. We just don't remember. It should be down here. So scroll down, and then we'll probably find it. One to absorb a truth bullet.
Quick select.
Yeah,
Oh,
temporary
okay.
truth bullet later in the argument.
Okay. Oh, it is called flashback. Okay, so hold it. Oh, I have to hold down the left button. Okay. Okay.
Remember, there's also white noise.
Yeah,
right?
I have to right click with the silencer.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could remember these controls a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, everything happens pretty fast, and you might have to slow down when you do this.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I don't know. Like, we should go through it one
I
more
wonder
time.
if he died before Hifumi.
Okay.
Or perhaps it was after?
Hold on.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Yeah, I think it's numbers
Taka
in
came
order.
last.
I think.
What makes you say that?
Hold on.
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with justice, while Taka's death came from a...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Well, you don't keep the bullet when you go through again, do you?
You do, because,
You do?
I mean,
Oh.
that line doesn't come... You only lose the bullet once you shoot it, or switch to a different bullet. Okay. I believe in this dream.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder
Maybe
if he
order.
died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were.
Yes!
No, that's wrong.
Woo!
Oh, man,
I believe in this
they're really making
dream.
this difficult. They don't even remind us about that.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
Thank you, Makoto.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
Yeah.
Okay then, let's see the proof.
Proof is in the pudding, Byakuya.
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. I feel like there was something.
Here we go again.
There we go again.
Oh, the Hangman's Gambit.
Oh, one of these, you gotta shoot the letters. What the word they're looking for.
I think it's watch. Like,
Wristwatch.
Wristwatch.
Yeah, wristwatch. S,
I needed...
T, S. Oh, yeah, you need the S first. Yeah, the S is there.
Yeah.
T.
T.
You need T. Here's T. And then W.
And then I need another
T.
T.
Yeah. And C. And then H.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Yippee!
Now I understand.
Now I understand. Hello, Gigi. Welcome.
Oh, hello there.
You made it in
I
time for
got
the
it.
trial.
Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock. You know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
Yeah,
That's
a
right.
bit earlier.
Taka was killed
I know,
before
wait for her
any
to
of the
say
other
that.
incidents took place.
Oh, sorry you're feeling sick, Gigi. Hope you feel better soon.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Huh?
I wonder how many more times you have to do the screen.
Yeah, I know, right?
What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been...
Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much.
Go again. Hifumi scream, take 500, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
That's not a bad idea.
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
I have an idea. Uh-oh. Hold on. Stream's dying. Uh-oh. Bob, leave. Be cleansed, Bob. Be cleansed. Go away. Oh, no.
Oh, is that 0?
Yeah, hold on. Oh, my goodness. Bob! Bob, let us go! Release us! Release us! Okay. Are we back? Are we back? We're back in the green here. How are things on your guys' side? And Fuden is here too. Fuden, did you scare Bob away? If so, thank you. Oh my goodness. Whew, good to see you. You are most welcome, sir. Okay, are we back? We good? Alright, I think it seems to be stable for right now, so hopefully.
Yeah, you don't remember how much the numbers are supposed to be around?
Yeah, around here.
Around here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, usually when it's green, it means we're good.
Okay.
Grr, Bob bad, indeed.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi
I
scream.
know.
Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office,
Yes, you were mysteriously gone.
Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Hero, shh, I'm trying to help you.
Yeah.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Byakuya stood up for her. I love it.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
Yeah, Bob gets bored through Dan and then comes to haunt all of us. He's like, I'm just gonna go and
It's
cause
not,
some chaos.
honestly, Kyoko, who's hardly in this case, is like,
I know.
yeah, I have to help you guys solve it now.
I was kind of busy with my own
Yeah.
thing, so I'm not really here.
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
It got up and walked
Walked
away.
Yeah.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said...
And hello, ladies first. You did make it. Good to see you. We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though.
So then, the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
It would seem so.
His body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of
I
time?
can't believe he's doing this again. Like, he's a big guy, really big. Like,
Really big.
huge.
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
Yeah, the other argument is you have to pick up the body and move it up the stairs.
Yeah.
But like the robot suit can't bend down, so it's like how do you pick up the body and to take it up the stairs?
It's true. Also a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen
It's
those
like exactly the
slides?
same. Yeah.
If the dead body were to move itself.
What was that music?
Whoa. I couldn't
The
figure
dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult.
You
I
idiot.
think what she's implying is
He wasn't dead.
we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was round, you could roll.
up the staircase too. Yeah. Like a bell.
Like a barrel.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The
What?
idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible? There's
Here we
another
go again.
argument again, and then we'll let it play out first.
Yep. Let's see what we got this time.
We got broken wristwatch, equipment room, bloodstain, and Celeste's account.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's not the wristwatch. One
No.
of the other two or something else.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's
Has to be Celeste's
office,
account. But what
there's a
account was she
chance he
talking
was
about?
actually still alive?
No,
Let's see.
it is impossible.
Celeste's account.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that?
Oof.
Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's
I think
discovery.
we have to absorb someone else's discovery with what Celeste says about the announcement.
Yeah.
Because I don't think any of the bullets apply to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like Celeste's account, like what is that referring to? Like what's Celeste's account
Can
referring to
I
again?
access?
Yeah,
I
truth-
can. Oh, sweet.
Truth bullet, Celeste's account, what was that about? Discovered when Celeste and Ari left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Apparently they weren't gone for more than a minute or two.
Okay, so it can't be that.
No, it
Because
can't be
we're
that.
talking about the announcement itself.
The announcements, yeah, that's the argument. So I think we have to absorb Kyoko's thing about when the bodies happened and then apply it to what Celeste says? Or is it the other way around? Because Celeste says that the announcement happened when we discovered Hifumi's body. So that's the proof. But then Kyoko says, what if it's implying about something else?
I think you're right.
Yeah, I just don't know,
I don't know
if
which-
one's absorbing the other. If we're making the argument, I think we're making the argument against
Oh, that's
Celeste.
interesting. Andrea said that if there's a case file number as a truth bullet, that usually means you have to absorb something as a flashback to make a new truth bullet.
Okay.
So that's good to know. Okay, so let's.
Are you saying
let's
that
see
when
what
we
need.
first found
I think
Hifumi
we
in
have
the
to
nurse's
absorb
office,
Kyoko's
Let's see.
statement
There's
and
a
then
chance
apply
he
it
was
to
actually still
Celeste's
alive?
thing, where
No,
she makes
it
that
is
argument.
impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, so don't
And you know
absorb
that how?
those.
No.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found,
It might be that.
and that is why the announcement was made.
Or that might be what we have to
Are
shoot.
we really
Let's
so
see.
sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Okay, let's try that.
Are you saying
the
that
other
when we
truth
first
bullets?
found Hifumi in the nurse's
I
office,
lost it now.
Oh, he lost it.
there's
now.
a
Did you
chance
lose it?
he was
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
still alive?
Equipment room,
No.
blood
Stupid.
stain,
It is
select
impossible.
account, broken wristwatch.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
Okay.
And you know that how?
Yeah.
Surely you heard the body discovery
Yeah,
announcement
okay.
along
so, yeah,
with
it
the
has
rest
to be
of
that.
us.
You have to absorb Kyoko's.
Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is
Yeah,
why the
because it's applying to
announcement was
this
made.
plot,
I think-
you know,
Are we
it's applying to
really
that.
so
The
sure
announcement
about
was made.
that?
Okay, let's try
Maybe
it.
the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
We'll try it. If not,
Yeah, I guess.
come back.
Yeah, it's hard.
Are you
It's hard.
saying
I
that
hate
when
that
we
our health
first
isn't
found
going back up
Hifumi in the
again.
nurse's
know, me too.
office,
It's not regenerating.
there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
okay. Should be
Hifumi was dead,
Hello, Justin.
without a doubt.
Welcome. Good to see you.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been...
Oh, it worked.
No,
well
that's
done.
Yeah.
Woo! Teamwork makes the dream work.
Again, another one of these.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after
That's
finding
right.
his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
Well done, everybody.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Really should have been.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into
There's
one.
another
How
one.
dare you imply I'm lazy?
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue,
Not
so
gonna
I
help
can't
him.
go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question,
Yeah.
man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
Yeah.
See, I told you.
No, actually, that was plenty.
No, actually.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
But we did get a second one later.
Yeah.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made
Yeah,
again
he already
later
mixed
on?
it.
And why
You
was
don't-
Hifumi still alive when the announcement was made?
Yeah, I know.
Later
I know,
on?
right? That's true.
Exactly.
That too.
We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
The second body discovery announcement. The first time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office and the equipment room. And the second time was when...
I got it!
We got
We
more
heard
health.
it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2
You
bodies.
got more health.
We got half a heart.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, stingy. Ding dong, ding dong. A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin!
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
His glasses were clean.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body.
I have a dirty, blood-stained glasses cleaning cloth here.
Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
Thank you, Andrea. I think.
This whole thing is pointless.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone.
Another
Oh,
argument.
here we go.
Another argument, so we have to let it play out again.
Yeah. This makes me so nervous now.
Fumi's
Glasses!
yeah.
It's
Repository
totally
dolly and repository dolly. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Hifumi's glasses.
That's absolutely it.
But we'll just wait and let it play out first.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable
Okay,
difference.
That's that one.
That's-
That's,
yeah.
that's the thing.
That's it.
Then
That's the ticket.
was he really still alive?
Of course not. It is impossible.
Conspiracy!
ridiculous.
On the conspiracy!
The reason I can say Hifumi was still alive, if I can just find the contradiction in these statements, I'm sure it will become clear.
I can fast forward a bit.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found him, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time it was in.
But when you
Yeah.
compare his body before, other than
Yeah,
The change in how it was positioned, there was no notable
No, that's wrong.
It's wrong!
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository.
I was very proud of Makoto when he noticed that, because I didn't see that at all.
His glasses.
Whoa.
That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
They became chipmunks, yes.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
Spotless.
And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
The evidence I found in the trash can in the nurse's office was...
I got it!
The cloth. And now we got
It was a
another
glasses
part.
cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear.
The chipmunk French accent. Yes.
This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess.
He doesn't even say star.
You don't say the star!
He doesn't say the star!
Oh, you were right!
I was right.
You were right all along. You don't say the star!
Oh no.
I highly doubt
Maybe in the
anyone but
Japanese it was.
Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
Amazing.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Could you imagine, though, that was this guy?
Yes. Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Why am I
A few
walking?
tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Girl, how?
Wow. What?
As someone who wears glasses, how do you make tissues work for you?
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
Same, Zachary. I also just use my shirt.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office.
I believe that kid.
He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse
Copious.
becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
At least that was a polite way to put it. Copious.
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead,
Ooh, Maggie's fancy. She got a special handkerchief.
what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
Well, it is pink, but
Yeah. Well, it's blood
The
bag.
fridge in the
from-
nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
yep.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
Yeah, he didn't
And
take
if
it off.
Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
The one who moved Taka's body was...
Taka himself.
Yeah.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
Snuck by us.
Yeah, he snuck by all of us. Yeah, it's true, Maggie. Glasses people unite.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Huh?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right?
Morning, Mirka. Welcome, good to see you.
So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside, which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
She's smiling.
There's more?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Remember
See,
the
the
piece
problem
of
is that
paper?
we're gonna expose alter ego because that's gonna be used as the reason behind why he helped
That is true.
Celeste. Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah.
expose that device which we haven't even rediscovered.
I know, we haven't found yet, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that Hifumi stole from Taka. Could it be?
The note.
Yeah.
Is it? Well, it's one of these.
No, he had, Taka still had the scrap of paper.
Yeah.
Hifumi was the one that had the note.
Okay.
I got it!
Okay, thank you.
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
You don't want to know where it was.
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
Maybe you do want to know where it was.
What? In his pants?
Did someone say pants?
Yes, his pants.
Please, nobody take that out of context.
Like, dude, pants have pockets.
Pants
Crying
have
out loud.
pockets. Put it in your pocket, man.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
Ah! That's the note I was telling you about! The one that told me where to go!
Yes, yes, his pants.
Huh? Wait, this one's a little different.
Wait.
In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1
Wait,
a.m.
where did we find his note? We found his note.
He
Oh,
it
this
was
is what he
taken
told
off of
us.
him, but he had to tell us, yeah.
Okay.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro, and that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants.
Yes.
I got it!
Me.
It was me all along.
That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
What are you objecting to?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right?
I don't really understand.
So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
They weren't drawing out Hiro, they were drawing out Hifumi.
Is that what she's saying?
She's thinking that Hifumi, that was his note the whole time in his pants. That note was for him.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what her nick...
Yeah,
so TikTok is Taka, obviously, because he's got always.
Oh yeah, TikTok. Yeah, it's Taka. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Hiro. The note was. She thinks the note. Yeah, was Hifumi's, not Taka's.
You think so? Okay.
That's what she thinks because
okay.
the name wasn't written down for specifically
Yeah.
who, right? So
Okay.
that's her argument. But we're gonna have to make the argument about the scrap of piece of paper that
In
Taka's
Taka's
bought.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Just to be clear,
Okay, Awie's with you.
TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary. but still,
Calm down there, Big Mac.
I can't let her get to me.
Let's do it again. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta hear the whole argument first. Oh, lots of truth bullets. Is it for more than one argument during this argument?
Huffy had the note, right?
Okay, so blue top. Let's see.
Then the person it was intended for
Let's hear the.
must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter!
Okay, so it's
The
gonna
note
be
has nothing to
wristwatch,
do with TikTok!
I think it's gonna be the wristwatch.
The time mentioned in the note, I feel like that's the key.
I feel you're right.
Huffy had the note, right?
Yeah, the broken wristwatch.
Yeah.
Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy! Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter!
Should be this one.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
No, that's wrong.
Alright, yay.
Well, you got a lot of truth bullets into that one.
Yeah. Okay, only one truth bullet per argument.
No,
Phew.
there absolutely is a
That is a
connection.
relief.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch.
Let's not rehash it again, okay?
But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Thanks for that.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. Ugh. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they'd found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it? Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Where's the proof? It's in the
Proof
pudding!
that Hifumi stole the note from Taka. It's a piece of paper. It's scrap paper.
I got it!
I got it!
When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is...
Wait, they match up perfectly!
I knew it!
Yes.
It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden
You
on
literally
Hifumi.
did it, Makoto! Woo! Good job.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
How could anyone foresee this? I know, right?
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap.
Big Mac did a smart.
Did I get all that right?
You nailed it, girl.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Sorry,
What?
no.
No.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and
he came back
completely
alive
dead.
a bit.
Yeah, he did come back alive for a little bit.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, But me and Sakura were together.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus! Ooh. Who are you calling a walrus?
Ooh.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah. Because, I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
They just put it back where they
Wouldn't
found
that
it.
be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
What a compliment.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
Hell yeah.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
Personally.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing,
The
right?
hammers in the room. Yeah.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Same thing, another
Indeed.
one.
The
weapon
weapon.
that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out.
Okay, hold on a
Yeah,
second.
you gotta use the washroom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, you go ahead.
Okay,
I'll just stay here.
Okay, you keep everybody entertained. I'll be back in a second. I'm just like, I really need to focus and I can't. 'Cause I need to pee.
Yes.
The tea must be.
The tea. Ah, yes. So, yeah, we're getting there through this case. We haven't actually started blaming Celeste yet, so that'll take a whole nother lot of time to pin everything on her. Oh, I'm doing alright, you know. Busy weeks, but you get through them. Yes. Yeah, I'm very surprised by Hero making that point out. It's like, wait a second. Those weapons. But yeah, we'll soon make the argument of which weapon was used. It was the one hanging on the wall that was wet. Okay, Molly's back, so I'll be back.
Alright,
shortly.
switching out.
Yep.
Switching out. Quick. Oh my goodness. Did I not stop during the cool music? Boo on me. Boo! Boo! Hiss! Yes. Max, also known as the dancing monkey. Were you not entertained while he was here? Oh my goodness, I'm just like, I can't wait any longer. Unz, 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 unz. Ugh! Boo this person. Rude. Oh my goodness. This is a fun case. This is like a really fun one. I wonder if anybody actually goes into this trial believing it is Hero. They've had their mind blown, like, wait a minute. True that, Zachary, true that. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. So, we have to do something involving the wet hammer that was hung back up in there. It's really interesting because Celeste is much quieter in this trial than she has been in other ones. She's been a lot more involved in the other trials. Aside from the very beginning where she was like, we know who it is, and I object to this because raisins. Otherwise she's been like pretty quiet. Sakura's had a much bigger role, which has been awesome. Okay, yeah, I could totally see not suspecting Hifumi as a suspect. Absolutely. She has been super hostile, but it's just, I don't know, there's a different vibe from Celeste in this trial compared to the others.
So, thinking that about Hifumi and Celeste?
Well, I was just talking about how, like, the vibe from Celeste, like, compared to the other trials, Celeste has been a little different this one.
Yeah, I mean, she's counter-arguing everything,
yeah.
right?
Which she has done in others, too, but I felt she was more involved in the other trials. This one, she's been kind of quiet for a little while, and then she'll be like, no, it can't have been this, because it was obviously Hero.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I think we've already steered away from Hero.
I think so at this point. So that's probably why she's like, well, my setup has failed.
Somehow I have to find the truth.
Alright, let's shoot things again.
Another argument, so we're gonna have to let it play out.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
Poking wristwatch, blue top,
Spotless hammer,
That's
it.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's the one.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3?
No.
Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
No.
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon?
Indeed.
How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
/hammertime!
One thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers!
Yeah.
And, that's about it.
Oh, I missed it. I could have slowed it down, but anyway.
The weapon used to kill Hifumi really was similar to the weapon used to kill Taka.
What was
used to kill? Was it just maybe Justice?
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer. Check out murdergear.com.
Well, what? The murder weapon had to be.
No, that's wrong. Break.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
It was a washed hammer.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder.
Yes, it was Alvin and the Chipmunks.
If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off.
Of course.
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones.
We can try a game, Dan, next time. Be like, no, that's wrong, at the same time as Makoto.
I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
Oh?
The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
So okay, let's get the argument about the reason why he had to help the killer.
Yeah, unless we're wrong and there's another reason, but at least we'll finally establish what the reason was.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least, that's what we thought at first. But...
Another argument.
Time to shoot something again.
You gotta let it play out.
Yeah.
Broken wrist spot. None of these.
No, it's gonna be something in here.
Yeah, it's none of these. It's gonna be something in the argument.
Murder Gear's an actual website.
Based
Get
on
out.
the rules that have been laid out for
I love
us,
it.
even if more than one person is complicit in the murder,
Very short.
only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people
Okay,
work
so leave
together
that.
on
I'll leave
this.
that right now.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
You have to take that, 2 murders, and then say it's impossible.
Is the possibility of an accomplice really that insane? Or is there some chance?
Yeah, I'm trying to think, is it 2 murders on impossible or impossible on 2 murders? It's just a clothing shop. Boo!
Oh.
Which way do you want to try it first?
Impossible on 2 murders, or 2 murders on impossible. I feel like we're always counter-arguing Celeste. I always feel like we have to take Kyoko's and then apply it to Celeste.
That seems logical. Let's try it.
That's what it feels like.
Based on the rules that
The
have
other ones
been
are
laid
just
out for
blue
us,
top, broken wrist
even
lock.
if more
It doesn't
than
make
one
sense.
Person is only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds true.
That is how the rule...
But that only really applies if there's one murder. In this case, however,
No,
there were
no.
2 murders.
Sorry, I didn't want to shoot it.
Yeah.
I just used the wrong button. Okay.
So, both
based
2
on the
murders.
rules that have
Being laid out, even if more than one, only the one who
actually carried out the act, assuming the rule holds true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's wrong.
yeah.
You weren't ready for the no, that's wrong. You missed
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Since there were 2
I
murders,
forgot about that.
it's at least plausible that more than one person
Yeah,
was
one.
involved.
That was very logical, though. Like, we have to contradict Celeste, so use Kyoto's argument to do the
Yeah,
contradiction.
we
But,
him always contradicting.
yeah, that is good.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward
I was too
benefit.
into the argument.
Risk
Max,
versus
We
reward
believed in you.
benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward
wasn't
that
paying
balances out the
attention.
risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point
kind
in
of
being
like
someone's
that.
accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime.
Okay.
Okay, so
So she was gonna kill somebody else, and they'd cover for each other.
Oh, okay. So that's her argument instead of the alter ego. I mean, that might be trying to scapegoat, you know,
Yeah, for sure.
away from alter ego, so they don't reveal that it was actually about alter ego.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true too.
Celeste can blow it for them if she
wants to.
If she wants to, anytime.
Yeah.
And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating 2 separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so?
It's a
I can't
movie.
help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
The effort made to convince us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate events. Kyoko really is amazing. Though, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit.
Choose.
Oh no.
It's obviously Hero.
Yes.
Here's my answer.
Here's my answer.
It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him,
You sound like you're getting upset.
that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless goddamn idiot!
Careful, your accent's slipping.
Pardonnez-moi.
My
Gesundheit.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
I would like the record to show.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout
It
the
is.
investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you
Okay,
were
it's like
working
right next
together.
to her. Yeah, it's like,
Quite in her face.
careful, man. She only killed one of them. She
Yeah.
can kill you too. Right? I'm gonna
Pardonnez-moi.
can I just move podiums
Yeah.
away?
Please.
Yeah.
What is it that only Hifumi and Celeste had in common?
The screaming.
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
You suck.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste
As the
and
child
Hifumi
said.
ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
Everything
Every single thing.
was a lie.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
Thank you, Andrea.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
Exactly. Shut up, Makoto. It's my time to
Celeste is
shine.
like,
I saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
Get her, Byakuya.
Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong?
that was a rather intense scream for someone like you.
I saw him. The strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Once more with feeling.
Yes.
Huh?
What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been...
Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
It was to get us to
He
divide
died.
into two groups,
That was great.
so that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
Yup. Take 501.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Then why don't we split into 2 groups?
I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting.
Very well. Then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will lead the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on.
They play hers, but not his.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we are on the 3rd floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
Dang, it wasn't that loud.
Yeah, it wasn't that loud compared to Hifumi's. Yeah.
I just realized another strange thing.
Max at some point really dying, and we just think it's the standard Hifumi scream.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still practicing to scream.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it.
She's just quiet.
Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
What did she say to make you go to the bathroom with her?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
Only now. Wait a minute!
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
But there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Ding!
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
Did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
Feeling nervous?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying this.
They, yeah, together.
Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died. Interesting, those guys.
Those guys.
I remember her saying that too.
I never noticed.
But I don't understand what's so strange
those guys,
about
she only
it.
needs 2 bodies.
I don't think she knew about Taka yet.
Yeah, Taka. Well, I thought they discovered Taka's body, and then when they came back, that's when his body disappeared.
Well, remember, like, Makoto went up to find the other 3, found Taka's body, then they came out, and Celeste
they
was
came
like,
back down.
Hifumi's body's gone, so
yeah,
she hadn't actually gone in to see the other.
Okay.
I don't think. I think that's the slip up.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room.
Pay attention.
Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto.
Yeah, that was very subtle. That was really well done.
Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the 4 of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Byakuya said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to?
Oh no, I gotta shoot again.
Another argument.
Make your argument.
Play out. E-handbook, Monokuma File 3, and Celeste's account. Should we look at the truth bullets to see what those are about?
Sure, hold on. So this is just what they were killed with.
Victims, yeah, okay, so that's not it. The other one?
How do I go? There we go.
The other one was Celeste's account. Fumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Aoi left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. I mean, that's not really it.
That's not really it either. Yeah. I think it's gonna be something in the actual argument again.
Yeah, and what was the last truthful bit?
I'll see. Hold on.
They
The
must
handbook.
really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of
Could be
us
the handbook.
standing around, frightened and confused.
Remember to say the
They
thing at
must
the time,
be
Max.
positively
Remember?
elated.
No, that's wrong.
We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I
Yeah,
said.
that's fine.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Oh, it's gonna. We had to do so strange, and then do it on those guys.
When Celeste said what she said, she shouldn't have known yet. With that in mind, what's so strange about what she said is...
I think it's
All
the
I
obvious.
said was,
Yeah.
they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are
us.
all going to. We are going to
No.
die. Just
And that is all I said.
And that's
Following
all
your
it
logic
takes
from
to
last
finish
time.
this. It's obvious,
I
isn't
don't
it?
know. You
What
think
was
it's
so
what she said in
strange
the
about
statement?
Celeste's comment?
I don't think.
You think it's something from a statement, and then we gotta apply it to something earlier that she said?
I don't think so.
Just like those guys died. That's the argument. Like, yeah, like, I guess we're gonna have to apply it to those guys.
Yeah, to those
Yeah,
guys.
those
for
guys.
sure.
Okay.
I think. I mean,
Yeah,
it's either
yeah,
that or it's
All I
Celeste's
said
account.
Yeah, don't fast forward. Yeah, I just want to hear what she
They
says.
must really
Okay.
be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused.
So you gotta
They
put it-
must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just
No, that's wrong. Yay, we did the thing.
Yeah.
Woo.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said,
That's right.
just like
That's
those
right.
guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Dead stare.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for
Why
herself.
she actually said everything that she said before.
Yeah, she's like, sure,
She-
I'll
she
say
didn't-
it.
she
What's your
didn't-
point?
She didn't try to change the last line and shit.
Yeah.
Just like how Hifumi, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like how Hifumi died. Like, you didn't try to
Right.
change it and
Yeah.
then say, no, that's not what you said. You said
Yeah, you said
they,
this.
they died.
Yeah, those guys.
So how did you know, Celeste?
How did you know?
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys?
Well,
Because
that's a
Kyoko had
gender
also
lie.
disappeared, right? So
God,
she could have
girls can
been
be
dead
called
too.
guys, too.
I just
gender-
use it's gender neutral.
It's not
It's-
gender neutral.
Yeah, I was, I wasn't assuming anything.
Yeah.
After the Chihiro incident, I don't assume anything, alright? Sad. Uh-oh.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
I'm still voting for you.
I'm still voting for you.
yeah.
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw.
Yep.
Then what about the picture I took?
What about it?
How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
So it's not a video.
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on. And then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer.
That's a good point.
In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
Are we?
What could you
It's not a
possibly
video.
mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No. There is no,
No.
other explanation.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm right.
No. Other explanations? If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, The only other possibility is...
I guess it's this.
Yeah, Hifumi's dragging the suspect away.
I got it!
They're dancing.
It's not a picture of the
obviously.
suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Oh!
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
Nani?
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Say about the blueprints in
the room.
In his room.
Yeah.
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Pew, 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 pew.
Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? Another argument.
Alright, what do you want me to shoot this time?
We got What Would Justice Cost to Me Handbook, Spotless Hammer, Yasuhiro's Message,
Blueprints.
and What Would Justice Blueprints. So probably the What Would Justice Blueprints? No,
Yeah,
I don't know.
let's see.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
This is a different music mix.
No, that's not right. There's definitely a contradiction in what Celeste is trying to claim.
So, I don't know here,
You
like...
dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said,
That costume,
ridiculous.
Like,
As you can see in the
argument are we
picture,
trying to make
the
here?
suspect is standing perfectly upright.
Standing perfectly
If the
upright.
person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Yes.
No, that's wrong!
You beat me to it!
Yeah!
I was still in shock that
you're
worked.
shocked. Yeah, that's what happened. Good,
No.
good guess.
Even
though.
if the person
Yeah,
inside
but,
the
like,
suit
it's
were
so stiff,
unconscious,
so-
they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Whew. Remember? You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it.
Totally.
So it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Ooh, new pose.
New pose.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Oh. We're spinning. We're spinning.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Woo!
Yeah, he's got crazier eyes than
Celeste?
Genocide
Jill,
Jill.
I know.
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked
attacked him. His answer was quite clear, was it not?
Accent is still not quite back.
Yeah.
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
But he never calls anybody by their first name. He always says Mr. Naegi or Miss Celeste, or, he never just says a name.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Oh?
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Burn you alive!
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us.
Yes.
How did he refer to each of us?
He said
people's last name. He said for serious.
Serious.
I got it! That's right, our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Yep.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example.
Oh, yes.
So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Don't talk!
Yeah.
Random chance.
No.
Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal.
He was dying.
But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Or does it?
Well, no. Hold on.
Hold on.
There's one person it could apply
what's
to.
Celeste's last name?
It starts with an L, but...
Yeah, I don't remember it at all.
And that's Celeste.
Yeah.
She never actually told us what her real name is.
Yeah.
Oh,
What did you just say?
what
To
a
think
coincidence.
you take your
Ludenberg, yeah.
false
Ludenberg,
accusation so far, I don't know
Whatever.
whether to laugh or spit!
But how about both?
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine! Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up!
Oh, this is where the handbook's gonna come into play.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
it's like-
the e-handbook will say what a real
Where
name
the real
is.
name is. That's what it is.
Oh, no.
Oh, I see it now.
My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up. So then,
Hand over your handbook.
I have to do something to make her accept it.
Another argument.
Yeah. Handbook. Handbook.
Yeah. Truth bullet handbook.
Yep.
E-handbook.
There it is. That's what we need.
Well, let's hear the
Yeah,
whole argument.
of course.
Yeah.
I'll just have it ready.
Hifumi was trying
Oh, man, they
to
only
tell
give
us
2
something.
minutes.
Ooh.
He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's fine.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is...
Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
Oh, it's upside down.
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
How long?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way
Oh,
to
wow,
contradict
there's
me,
so many.
You have to shoot at the
that's
end.
the only truth there is!
Okay.
And make sure can
Moron.
you slow down for that? Like,
I should be able to.
okay.
Isn't there any way to make her face the truth?
Alright, here we go. Fast
Hifumi
forward.
was trying to. He wanted us to know the killer. If there's one person,
It would have to be you, Celeste.
how many times?
Celestia Ludenberg!
How long do you plan?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since
You have no way to contradict
Oh no,
me.
it's blocked.
Woo!
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong! We have a way! Because Kyoko's smart.
That's it. The handbook.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on,
Why are they so
it shows
crazy?
the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Yeah, I did remember the right click afterwards. I thought I could sneak it by. I couldn't sneak it by. This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Please. We're your friends, Celeste.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because...
Sounding like Leon. Calm down.
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again.
Oh, it's
from the
time.
beginning.
Time for the comic.
And shed light on all your crimes.
Are you ready to figure out the events?
Yeah, let's try not to panic too much.
I know.
Yeah,
I thought
but
this is like 5 minutes. Like,
yeah, let's get down to like the last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And you're on your last hot.
Yeah.
Then
Then panic.
Yeah,
But
then
otherwise,
panic, yeah.
don't panic. Okay.
Yeah, because like when
We
you
have
when you have one hot and you have like a minute left.
Yeah, you don't
make
have-
sure to actually go over everything
Yeah.
in that 1 minute.
Yeah. I agree.
And that'll bring everything to an end.
Let's wrap it up, boys and girls. Start.
Okay, so we have Hifumi with Celeste.
Yep. And they're chatting. So what do we have for... That's 1 a.m.
Okay,
it's
so
not gonna be
none of
that.
none of that stuff. The camera, not the ball. Maybe
probably
it's this
this,
one. Yeah,
yeah.
put that there for now, and
Okay.
then scroll ahead.
Act 2.
Oh, so Hero comes to them in the rec room,
Right, so 1 a.m. probably.
and they have to drug him, right?
Yeah.
Not yet. It's not yet. It's until that point.
Yeah, I think the clock goes here.
Yeah, that's
'Cause then he
time.
shows
Yeah,
up.
1 o'clock. Yeah.
And then...
And then, so, what does he do here? Like, he's...
I think it's this.
one, yeah. Yeah, like that. Okay, and then go later. So they knocked
So
him
they
out,
put
they're
him
putting
in
him in
the
the
thing.
suit. They're putting him in the suit, and then
Taking the picture, I think.
the picture hasn't been taken yet, right? Like, oh yeah, she's holding the camera.
Yeah.
So go to the end, yeah, she's holding the camera.
Yeah. Okay. Then Act 3, we need the other clock.
Yeah, the other clock.
Just after
Yeah.
6. I think. Right?
I
Or
mean,
is that
we'll come back
7?
to...
Oh, we'll come back.
Yeah, that's, yeah, that is 7 a.m., not 6 a.m. That's past 7.
Is that what that...
Yeah,
it's hard to tell
yeah,
with the clock.
The little stick is past the
Yeah.
6, it's at the 7.
Okay.
So that I don't think that applies to anything.
Potato chips.
Yeah, okay, so...
Okay, Gigi says that is 6.
That is 6?
Apparently.
Really?
Apparently.
I don't know.
Okay, well,
Maybe
we'll come...
they messed up or something.
We'll come back.
Okay, yeah, so he hits him in the hammer with the Justice Hammer 3, so
Okay.
that will be on the ground.
Alright.
So then,
And then-
Celeste shows us the camera picture, and then we go to the library, and we enter the library where he wakes up, and in that library was Justice Hammer 2.
There is no 2.
Yeah, number 2 is back.
Is it?
Yeah, here. Number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So then we go. You take him to the nurse's office, and he has a blood bag. He pours it over himself, and then he falls on the ground. So there must be a picture of him on the ground, right? No, there's not one. So let's go ahead a bit.
Okay. Then they
I don't know what
find
picture that. I don't know what picture that would apply to.
Okay. I think I know it should be this for this
Yeah,
one.
he's pushing.
The dolly.
But he hasn't actually. Oh no, he already
yeah,
brought him to
the next room.
To the next room. And then Celeste shows up there.
Oh, it's gonna be this for the other one that we didn't know.
I don't know. I feel like that's already been used once. See, he's
Oh,
holding
you're
it there,
right.
so it doesn't apply to anything.
Okay. Yeah, good call.
Yeah, and then he whacks him over the head, and then
It's this
that's
one.
that's the one there, the blank
Yeah.
mallet.
Okay.
And that's the end of it.
Okay, so let's.
So let's
I
go
feel
back.
good about this one. Feel good about this one. There's nothing here.
So for this part
one,
here,
it's not this.
no, can't be. Can't
I mean,
be
it could be Byakuya because he's
Oh.
here.
Oh, but I mean, we found his body first, not Byakuya.
I know, but
Oh, it's the timing, right? Because they discover the body of Taka.
oh right, oh yeah,
It might be his face when they discover Taka's body.
it might be.
I mean, we have 5 chances, so if we mess up, it's not a big deal.
Right.
Show his backpack. I don't know why that's important.
Oh, it could be this.
But yeah, he leaves Justice Hammer 4 on the ground in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't remember blood ever being on it. But I guess it was. Yeah.
Oh, do we?
No,
number 3 also has blood, so.
I mean, yeah, he did.
Oh
use,
no, it's supposed to be 4.
It was
But-
4. He
yeah.
did use 4.
Okay.
Really? Okay, so he did use 4 to kill him.
Yeah, so we had that right the first time.
Oh,
so,
okay.
so 3 goes here.
Yeah, really.
4 goes here.
Oh yeah, 4's right there.
There we go.
Okay, so if we go back to the beginning, I guess we should try this out and see what happens. We have 5 chances. So
Yeah.
let's just see.
You wanna just go
Yeah,
for
like
it?
like what else do we have down here? We have just the blood bag, the
And
chips.
chips.
Her
I am
holding,
wondering-
which is at the end. She has it
She's
right here. So
okay, so
it's
it
for
can't be that.
Yeah. So and the backpack is probably from another picture. Like if we go back with his back turned. Right here.
Oh, it's there,
That's,
okay.
That's for that. So all of these other ones have been
They don't
used, except for Byakuya's, which I think is from another one.
Sure.
Altogether. So let's try it out. We
Okay.
have 5 chances, so if we mess one up,
Here's exactly what
we
happened.
can try to fix it.
Let's give it a go.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was
Okay, first one's right.
Yeah.
Hifumi.
Let's
With
shake
an
on it.
accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Okay, clock's right. Tick, 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 tick.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Okay.
That
Terrifying.
someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
It's funny seeing both of them putting on the outfit.
I know. Alright. Camera pictures were taken.
Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking it, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Very important locker.
I'm surprised that wasn't
Okay.
the comic strip.
Because it was on the wall.
And
that's
then
why.
finally,
Okay.
Oh,
There
at
we go.
6 a.m.,
Boy.
they
I
moved
thought
into
it was
the
angled
murder
weird.
phase
It
of
was
their
angled.
plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Sounds like a sword being pulled out. Slam.
I know, it's...
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Ooh.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crime.
Which we knew about and still got confused when doing the comic.
I know.
Until I was
I
like,
know.
wait a minute, the numbers.
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, They planted Justice Hammer too, and an injured Hifumi, to sell us that story. With these two incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
Good thing we're all dumb.
He took a blood
Magic
packet from the
girl
refrigerator
transformation.
and
Yeah,
Justice
no,
Hammer 3
transformation.
and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found.
I wonder who the mysterious person could be, because there was only one other person here with us at the time.
Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
Exactly, Zachary. Dead body power!
We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office, and once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository.
A bloody magical girl.
That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
We did it on the
Their
first try!
plan all along was to kill
First time!
Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them.
No mistakes this time!
And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case.
That should have covered
And the
it.
villain behind it all is...
Oh, so magical. Woohoo! It's morphin' time! That's a screenshot.
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
You lose! Woohoo!
I lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko Yasuhiro.
Taiko?
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Ooh, I like her voice like this. It sounds good.
Interesting.
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 Yes, that's what happened. Makoto gave Celeste a kiss on that part. Look at all the money we're gonna get.
A.
An A. I'll take it.
Got B's on 2 other ones.
Yeah. For my atrocious performance, but 133.
Yay.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
I'm ready for the sentence.
Or, no.
I'm ready to end.
I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I wonder.
I wonder.
Who was found guilty? Hooray! You win! Coins for everybody except the Blackened. Well, here we go.
What?
It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The Blackened this time. The true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was... Ta-da! Celestia Ludenberg! Or more precisely, Tayako Yasuhiro!
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder.
I'm sure she relied on her speciality, lying.
My speciality. Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use...
Shut up, Kyoko, just let it...
You know. I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice.
Indeed.
I use her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but she was actually decent at the end.
Yeah.
She didn't throw them all under the bus. She was like, you know, hope you all get out of here.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because, you know, like, they were already setting up a way to, you know, escape
Yeah.
from the place, right? Using alter ego, but she still went about
She still went ahead
trying
with
to
this.
kill everybody else.
Well, she wanted the money.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but I mean, you know.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we do this, for the money.
For the money, yeah.
We get to, like, everyone's like, next stream, we just spend the coins all
Yes,
next stream.
all the coins.
It's coming. It was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into.
Does she mean... Is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What? What are you talking about? Sure, Kit. After the execution, if you want to tell us, that'd be great.
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop, as usual. How sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one that stole it.
Indeed.
So she did steal it.
Yeah.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it had disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit.
What are you doing here?
Is that a magical girl costume behind you?
Looks like it.
My goodness, he's got everything.
Stuff. He's got figures.
He's got a special pillow. My goodness.
How come everybody brings all this stuff except for us?
I know.
We got nothing.
It's because we're the bland student.
Yeah.
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you. Alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What? Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
What? So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her.
You are correct. Which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did?
As for me...
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then... It's hard for me to even say. He... abused me.
What?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime! An absolute crime! I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but...
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far!
It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was.
I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life.
Completely unforgivable!
I'm going to kill him! I'm going to kill him!
Woohoo!
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please! If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands!
Huh?
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean...
Taka is going to try to kill you.
What?
indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself.
This is unforgivable!
That bastard!
Completely unforgivable!
Bastard, 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 bastard!
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts?
Absolutely not! How could I? She...
I swear I will save her!
I have to save her!
Very nice. Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem.
You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But...
So, why did you decide to make me the suspect?
Because you're stupid.
Huh? That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though.
I feel like I could cry.
Well,
but when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead?
What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody would doubt him. I told him that and he believed it.
It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical.
I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along?
But of course.
There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
that's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape.
But
But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch!
Obviously, that was a lie!
Hey!
I couldn't take it! I hated it from day one! More than anyone else in here!
You little bitch!
I wanted to get out! Every day was fresh torture! And do you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me...
And it was all for that dream.
And what was this dream of yours?
Isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle.
A castle?
Oh, what now? Oh, where she has like demon servants?
Yeah.
My goodness. Butler / bodyguard. Okay, she was into Black Butler a little too much and was like, you know what? I'll just summon a horde of demon butlers. It'll be fine.
Yes.
And thank you, Game Dan, by the way. And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers / bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Dang, girl had it figured out. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a legit dream to have. I can't be mad at her for that. Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about! Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but...
There is nothing to be done.
Unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh.
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. Fudan's gotta go.
Oh, you gotta go.
Alright, well thanks for hanging out with us, Fudan. It was nice to have you.
It's good to have you here.
And if you have any pictures of that Sebastian cosplay, you know where my Discord is.
And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then...
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
You know, you could pick a different French queen that didn't have her head chopped off.
Yes, yes.
Hey,
You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then, and when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it.
And let them all eat cake.
She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The Blackened disturbed the peace and must pay the price.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Yay,
I
punishment.
guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
What?
Oh. You're gonna need it.
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why...
Okay, so she didn't believe in it.
Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Celeste has been found guilty. Drag her off screening! What is your execution? Only her eyes give her away. Oh, at least you have a castle behind you. So you kind of made it to your castle.
Yeah, crush the castle on top of her.
Look at all the bears.
So many bears, man. He's got so many. The burning.
The Versailles witch.
Yeah. They're
They're gonna burn her at the stake.
Burn.
Burn! I guess this is a fitting execution for her. It's very dramatic.
Yeah. One of the most painful ways to go.
Yeah.
But, you know.
A fitting one for Celestia Ludenberg.
It's the music.
The music. What?
Now
The fire truck
fire
comes?
truck coming?
Oh no!
You thought I was gonna burn you, fool! No, that's too good.
Good for you. You got another fire truck. Oh my god! Monokuma, you crazy! You're wild.
That's for two motives.
That's for two motives.
One for the burning and one with the truck ramming you.
Well, at least hopefully it was quick. Dang. Hold on. Mirka had a message. European castles aren't really pricey. Most aren't really that big and run down. The ones that aren't put into national protection are generally not wanted. That is interesting. I didn't know that. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, some buying is possible.
Yeah.
It's over. The third execution is over.
Oh, Toko's back.
Yeah, she's back to normal. Yeah.
Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but...
I pity her.
I also can't deny that, at one point, I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and...
Run her over with a fire truck.
Yes.
Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
Oh
no.
Extreme beep boop boop boop. Hello? Hold on a second. What is that? Boop. From Zachary, 3 for 3, to the last detail almost. Alright, we're about halfway through the game. Will you get a perfect score? $15 donation from Zachary. Can we get some gorgeous hype for Zachary, please, in the chat? Thank you!
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's so awesome of you. My goodness. Yeah, we did really good with that one. I'm proud of how we dissected that.
Yeah.
You picked up like so many good details about that. I was like, oh man, amazing. Whoa. That was very satisfying. Cool. Thank you so much.
We're really into that case.
We were. It was very interesting how it was all timed and everything. So I liked it. You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez. And here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Well, at least he's trying. So she wanted to be. She wanted to special. She even went by a different. She wanted to be special. She even went by a different name.
She had a little bit of hope of getting killed in an uncommon way, but she died in one of the most common ways ever.
So it was ironic. She wanted to. She was happy about burning to death.
Yeah.
But then she got killed by a car, which was a common. Okay. Well, that's just rude.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Man, Monokuma really holds nothing back, does he?
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. This is Hope's Peak Academy. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided.
Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
How strange.
God, I'm so sick of people asking me that! Give it a rest already! So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key-type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine. Who's the 16th student?
Yes.
you.
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Oh, right, because we never found out where Kyoko was during this entire thing. So what does that mean?
Who?
What?
Hey.
Okay, well this took a turn.
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh, how exciting.
Ah! Oh man, oh jeez. Oh man, oh jeez. What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it.
What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kinda awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well?
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later!
See ya!
Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair.
I don't know, Aoi and Hiro look pretty happy.
Yeah. Though, it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you?
Put the two pieces of paper together, Magano. It's the same thing. Just put the two pieces of paper together.
So...
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means...
Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey.
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea.
Let's all have a bath together.
We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room.
We're only having a bath.
As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey.
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
So...
Do you even have to ask?
As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know.
Then I'll go too.
What?
You?
Please, let me go.
Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want.
Thank you, Byakuya.
Well then.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay?
So, Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto! Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone.
What's wrong with Aoi, man?
Why are you rooting for... Never mind.
What's wrong with that?
You got this, bro. She's not like, hey, Kyoko, you go get him, girl. She's like, Makoto, you got this.
I try to forget what Hina said.
Good.
Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kit, bonk them. Bonk Aoi. Get her.
So then...
We need to get into that locker.
Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker.
Unlock
And as the locker swung open, we saw...
Hi, everybody, it's me.
You really came.
Why didn't you say anything, you idiot? You know, like, all you had to do was...
I'm in this locker.
Hey guys, how's it going out there? Can you open this locker, please?
Oh my goodness. Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe. Thank goodness.
I'd never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart.
I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time.
Yeah.
Did I win?
So,
Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow.
It took too long.
I'm doing my best, so please wait just a while longer. So now we can officially say the case is
Monokuma
closed.
is like fully onto you, man. Like,
Nah, he's
like
fine.
nothing's stopping him from going right into that room.
Nothing's fine.
As far as the incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school?
You...
Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now.
I don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried?
Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared, and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation, when you do that...
Indeed.
It's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too.
No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe? In me?
Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends.
I understand.
It's true.
Then, maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more.
Then...
That's fine.
Fine. I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see, I'm the spy.
What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable.
Well, don't leave us in suspense.
I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come.
Interesting.
And when it did, I went into action.
So I guess we'll stop here.
Yeah, I guess we should stop here because we're almost out of time. Ooh, on a cliffhanger. What did she say? What did she tell him? Ooh, so many possibilities.
Koto always believes.
He always believes the pretty ladies.
Yeah, the pretty ladies. Sayaka and Kyoko.
Watch it like the last trial is Kyoko accusing us of murder.
I know, right?
So that she can get out. I'm like, no, it came full circle. Not again.
Oh boy, yeah, well, yes, so that leaves us with 7 people left.
7 people left.
We have us, Kyoko, Aoi, Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko, and then Hiro.
And then Hiro. There you go. 4 ladies and 3 girls. That's all that's left. And we have alter ego, if you want to count.
Yeah, alter ego.
They.
So, what the person said, right, we're only halfway through the game now.
That's right, yeah. Whew. All right. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us for that trial. We did pretty good.
Yeah, we did exceedingly well. It was very good that we held off to push it right to this point because we are really right at the end of what our time would allow us.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, hey, Yuli. Sorry I missed you earlier. Yes, the trial is over. We made it through the entire trial. Did I say 4 ladies and 3 girls? I meant 4 ladies and 3 guys. Blurg. Words and things. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. Well, I mean, am I wrong? You know, I was like, guys. Use girls and guys interchangeably. No, I'm just digging a bigger hole. I'm just gonna. I said it, and I meant what I said.
I think this is where Byakuya is gonna reach his end.
You think so?
Yeah.
Ooh. Jill would lose her mind, though. Oh my goodness.
I don't know, Jill would want to kill him, wouldn't she? Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
She doesn't actually give a crap about them. She actually just cares about them so she can kill them and string them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a target.
Yeah. Although I wonder because like Toko likes him too, so I don't know if both personalities have liked the same guy at the same time.
Yeah, I would think that's how it would work.
Possibly.
Yeah, she likes the guy and then she switches over to the other, who then likes the guy as well, and
then they're like, target acquired.
Yeah.
Could be interesting. Well, we'll see. We'll have to talk about that next time. We're gonna like look for coins and stuff when free time's available.
Free time, yeah.
We'll go get all our presents, and then we'll just yak. So that's basically what the next stream is gonna be. Yay! Fun!
Fun, everybody.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Max, for joining me once again.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Job well done on the trial.
Yeah, these trials, man, they're getting longer, and these investigations are getting longer.
So complicated. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll find out what's going on next time. Tomorrow, I've got another letter episode. I think I'll have time to do a gander as well. Fingers crossed. Monday, I'm definitely doing a stream. So, there you go. You heard it here first, folks. Monday stream, we're going to finish off Queen Bee and Arcade Spirit, so that'll be fun. Hopefully you guys can join me for that. And then the rest of this week is a little bit of Steam Prison, a little bit of Changeling, and a little bit of Steam Prison again. So, yeah. Got kind of a mishmash. We're finishing up some games, so it's exciting. Alright, but that is it for us for today. So, as always, take it away.
Team Market blasting off again!
Ding! Alright, bye-bye!
Bye!